everyone, today I have this expense data. We have employee names, expense type, payment type and amounts. And today's goal is simple. Let's say I want to analyze this data by expense type and payment type together. So I want answers like travel via card, how much, hotel via cash, how much, and so on. And the interesting part is there is not just one way to do this in Excel. There are actual multiple ways, some traditional, some smarter, some modern, and some fully interactive. So in this video, I will show you different ways to achieve the same exact result, and then you can decide what works best for your use case. I know some of you may already know one or two of these methods, but my goal today is to show all the possible ways which I know in one place. Let's start with the most basic method. So first, let's say I simply want to see only travel expense. For that, I will apply filter. To apply filter, the shortcut is Ctrl+Shift+L, and you will notice we have added filters here. Okay, now I want to filter it by travel. So I'll come to expense type, I'll remove all and I'll just take travel. I'll say okay. And then payment type, I want only card. So I'll take card. Okay, it works, but it doesn't give me total. So what I can do first, to come out of the filter, again the shortcut is Ctrl+Shift+L. So you are completely out of the filter. You will come down and here you can use a function called equal to sum, open bracket, take your data set, Ctrl+Shift+up arrow to go straight up, close bracket and enter. So you got your answer. Now here there is one problem. I'll take the expense type. Suppose I take travel or meals. I'll say okay, the total which we have done is not working. So let's improve this. I'll come down and I'll remove the sum function. Instead of sum, I will use equal to subtotal. Okay, I'll take the subtotal, open bracket, because unlike sum, subtotal respects filters as well. Now in subtotal, the first argument is function name. What we want to do, sum. Where is sum? At number 9. So I'll say 9 comma, and what I want to do, sum. So I'll take the entire Ctrl+Shift+up arrow on the amount column, close bracket and enter. Now I will use a filter, Ctrl+Shift+L, and here I'll come to expense type. Suppose if I take hotel, it works fine. Now suppose instead of hotel, I take office supply, it will give me the sum. So we can say now this is already much better. If you don't know anything about Excel, you can use this, because now my calculation starts dynamic while filtering. Now let's go to another method, method 3. Now let's make the same thing smarter. What I will do is, to my data, I'll convert this into a table format. To convert this into a table format, I'll simply use Ctrl and T, a shortcut. A dialog box will open. I'll make sure my table as headers is checked. I'll say okay. And now this is converted into a table, because you also got another option open which says table design. Now here what I can do is, I don't have to write the subtotal formula or sum formula, nothing. I can just come here, go to table design, and on this you will see total row. Just click on total row and this is added. Now the good part here is it respects the filter. Now I can do a filter total and I will take cash. It will give me a total. Now to make it even more interactive, what you can do is you can insert slices. Now to insert slices, you'll come to table design, insert slices. I'll click on insert slicer, and suppose if I want expense type and payment type, I can take both. I'll keep it side by side. Now I can just click on meals. I get the only meals. In meals, I want only card. I'll click on card. I'll get card. I'll click on office supplies. I can click on travel. It will give me the data. Okay. So you have converted your data into table format, and you have not created a pivot table. On the data itself, you can use the slices and you get your answers, and it becomes super interactive. Now let's move to formulas. Method 4. Here we can use SUMIFS. What SUMIFS means? Sum this amount where this condition matches and this condition also matches. Let me show you. Very easy. So first I will use a unique function. Why I'm using a unique function? I want to find the unique values of the expense type and the payment type. I don't want to write it manually. So I'll say equal to unique, open bracket. What is the array? My expense type, Ctrl+Shift down arrow. Now to go up, there is another shortcut. You don't have to scroll it. It's Control and backspace. I say this in my almost every video. I'll close the bracket and enter. Now I know clearly there are 6 expense type which are unique. Now here I want cash and card. So here also I can use a unique function. I'll say equal to unique, open bracket. What is the array for this? My payment type, Ctrl+Shift down arrow. To go up, Control backspace, close bracket and enter. I get this in vertically, but I want horizontally. Simply what I can use, I can just use a transpose function instead of writing manually. I'll use a transpose function, close bracket and enter, and card and cash is here. Now here I can use equal to SUMIFS open bracket. The first attribute is sum range. What is the sum range? Your amount column. So I'll take Control Shift down arrow to go back, Control backspace, comma, criteria range 1. What is your criteria range 1? Your expense type. So you'll say Control Shift down arrow, comma, where is your criteria? This is your criteria. Now, since you have used a unique function, you don't have to drag it. You can simply use a hash symbol, comma, criteria range 2. Now here, since we are using some ifs, IFS, we can have multiple conditions and criteria. What is my criteria range 2? My criteria range 1 was my expense type. So criteria range 2 will be my payment type. Control Shift down arrow, Control backspace to go up, comma, criteria 2. My criteria 1 was travel. My criteria 2 will be card and cash. So I can just click on card and I can use a hash symbol. It will take both, close bracket and enter. And we got the bifurcation via expense type and via card and cash, which is our payment type. Okay, so this is how you can use a SUMIFS function. It's a formula based. Now let's move to method 5. Now instead of doing all this newer method in newer Excel version, which is a PIVOTBY function, you can get exactly the same thing which we did within seconds. Let me show you. I will say equal to PIVOTBY open bracket row field. What I want in the row? Expense type. So I'll just take the expense type. I don't have to use a unique function. It will automatically give me unique values, comma, to go up, Control backspace, column fields. What I want in column? Card and cash, which is my payment type. So again, Control Shift down arrow. I don't have to use transpose here because it is talking about columns, comma, values. Where are my values? My amount section. I'll say Control Shift down arrow to go up, Control backspace, comma, what I want to do? Sum. So the next attribute is function and the sum here is there. I can just do a double click, sum comes, close bracket and enter. And the exact details, you got it. The best part is it will also give you the totals automatically, column wise and row wise both. Here you have to do manually. Here you got that and it is super easy. You don't have to use a unique function, SUMIFS function, nothing like that. If you have this PIVOTBY function in your Excel version, super easy. Let's move on. Again, I will convert this data into a table format by pressing Control T. I will say okay. I can give the name of table as data and I'll say enter. Now, and I can come here. I'll click on insert. I'll click on pivot table. Here I'll give the name what name we have given for this table, data. I'll say data. Okay, this is open. I want amount column in my value section. I want expense type in my row section, payment type in my column section. Without writing any formulas, doing anything, you got it. Even PIVOTBY function is also not required, okay, in the pivot table. Now the best part here is you can go to pivot table, analyze and insert a slicer. Now inserting a slicer of expense type and payment type doesn't make sense because you got that. What you can do, you can take other slicers. I'll take employee this time and I'll say okay. Now this has become super interactive. I want to see only for Amit. I'll click on Amit. I'll get the data only for Amit related to cash, card and the expense type. Now if you see Rahul, he has used card and cash both and the expense type also, you got it. And so now this becomes the interactive reporting. Same data set, same business question, but multiple solution. And that's the beauty of Excel. There is rarely just one correct way. It depends on your version, your comfort and your reporting style. If you learned something new, subscribe because this is exactly the kind of practical Excel content I try to give here. If you liked it, please do share and subscribe. Thank you so much.